Oh, I only, for some reason, I only read The Wife initially. Oh my god. Okay, it just got way worse.
Okay. Uh, Welcome to Minneapolis by night, as Holly had a mental breakdown there for a second. This is the vampire venue, for those who can't figure it out by now. This is a scene with Marcella. She went to go tell Marianne, or whatever the fuck I've named her. It's probably
Yep,
changed like 3 or 4
Marianne.
times
It
since
was
then.
Marianne. I
Okay.
wrote it.
Yay. Marianne, that she finally has found her husband, although not the way she wanted, but. And she arrived at the house. Um, yeah, we'll just take it up from there.
Yeah, if I recall, I arrived at the house and the door was kicked in.
Yeah, the door's been
So
kicked in. I mean,
that
obviously kicked
immediately
in.
then immediately sets off red flags, considering I just spoke to her before leaving the house.
Mhm.
And she knew what time I was coming, so that is really, really off-putting. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly go through the house, starting with the living room. Are the are now are the windows are the, like the windows? Is there a big window in the front?
Yeah, there's a big window in the living room.
Okay,
It's
so if I were to look through
got the
that window,
curtains
how does the
closed,
living
actually.
room? The curtains are closed.
Yeah, so you just see curtain. I mean, you can barely make out shapes because I mean, it's not like hardcore. We can't see through it, but
Okay. Well, that being said, are the lights on or off that I can see
uh, they, from what you can
through the
tell through the curtain, it looks like they're off.
are all now as I peek through the door, are all the lights in the house off? And are there any footprints on the ground leading in or out?
No, they have a cement walkway that goes all the way to their driveway.
Well, okay, okay. Uh, shit.
Not gonna make it easy.
I am going to just I'm gonna walk. Well, when I see the front door, on either side, and on the side of the door that the door isn't like closed in or kicked in or whatever, where opposite side where the door would swing open, is there a light switch?
Uh, yes, there is.
Okay. Because if it's dark in here, yeah, I'm flipping that light switch on.
Nothing happens.
I figured I would, that would startle anyone if they were in there. Still. So wait, how long has it been since I talked to her in between getting here?
You sent her a message. You talked to her saying you'd be there in about an hour, and that was the last time you talked to her. And
Okay.
that was, we'll say, about
That
an hour ago.
okay. Yeah. Okay, so all this happened within that time period
Correct.
after I got off the phone with her. I just want to, yeah. Okay.
Willpower check.
A willpower check, huh?
Yeah. For very specific
Okay.
reason.
Yep. Let's see. My willpower is 7. Go me. Give me your dice. Come on! Oh, my dice want to be jerkos. Here we go. Watch me hit that infamous 20-sider like I do every time. Oh, shoot. That's not a success. 7, 8, 7, 7, 6.
Okay, good. You managed not to get overwhelmed and go crazy due to the smell of blood that just seems to emanate as soon as you take one step in the house. It's a
The
very
moment
overwhelming smell.
the door isn't able to be closed, is it?
Somewhat, but it's not going to close properly now.
Oh, I'm so glad that I'm a vampire and I can just close this door and not worry. Well, to an extent, meaning fingerprints. I don't have to worry about
Correct.
that stuff. Oh God, blood. blood. Okay, the overwhelming smell of blood. If I'm smelling it, that means it's closer. That it's close. Oh, I'm gonna move through. I guess whatever. I guess the front room where I
Okay.
saw the blinds closed.
Well, the problem is you have no lights.
And well, naturally, I have the one light that I flicked on.
No, I said it didn't come
Oh,
on.
it didn't come on. Okay. I thought you said it came on.
Nope.
Okay.
Lights don't work.
Well, I guess.
And you don't see any like glow of like the cable box or anything like that. It looks like power was cut.
Okay, so
Like
I've.
it's pitch black in here because it's nighttime. The only light you had was actually from the street light.
Okay. So I guess my first order of business is to try to figure out where there might be a flashlight in here. I mean, I don't.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah, I know. I don't really have.
Tell you what, give me 4 perception investigation rolls.
4? Okay. So let's see. 4. Investigation is 5 dice. I'm guessing detail-oriented counts.
Yeah, you're looking for a flashlight.
Yep. Well, let's see. I have 2 successes there.
Okay.
So that one cancels that. So there's the first one. I got, hey, there's 4 successes there.
Okay.
The first and the second. So here's 3. Oh, hey. 2, 3, 4, 5 on the third. Here's lucky number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of them are 2 or better.
Takes you a little bit to dig through some things. Mind you, you're trying to do this with very, very low light. So, I mean, it's basically feeling around in the dark.
Yeah, that, and I'm obviously paranoid because the door was broken in. I smell blood, and I can't get power.
Mm-hmm. You find it in one of the stands in the living room.
Okay, I pull that out. And flashlight through the house. Now, mind you, I am listening for any sounds in the house.
No, you're lucky. I'm just gonna see if it had dead battery. Would have been your luck. Flashlight, no battery. Fuck.
Right.
No, I'll find batteries. You flip it on, and oh well, that's why you can smell everything you can smell. Displayed above the fireplace is the wife.
Cute.
Exactly like Dante did the priest. Looking like little skin angels.
Well, considering the note that I got prior. Oh God. Okay. Is it just the wife that I'm seeing here, or is it
now?
Okay. Well, I know there's kids in the house.
He had 4 kids.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't, he does now.
And she, oh God, okay.
The first floor contains the kitchen, a bathroom, a library, a study, a living room, and a dining room. Standard stuff you'd expect on the first floor.
Okay, I'm guessing the upper levels are the bedrooms.
Yes.
Well, she said that the kids were in bed, so, oh God. All right, I'd go and check upstairs. Slowly popping doors open.
Perception awareness.
minus 2, yep. 1, 2.
Something caught your eye in the dining room.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate the dining room before I go to the bedrooms.
Found one of the kids laid out on the dining room table.
Oh no. Oh no, okay.
Looks exactly like his mom.
Well, that's already gonna tell me it wasn't Dante just because it was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I know his love for the Giovanni family in character, quote unquote. But yeah, no, okay,
No, they didn't do kids.
nope, not kids. And I'm going to go
I'll make a long
upstairs.
story short. Yep. The other three kids are displayed. Um, Intelligence occult check.
Okay.
Something dawned on me. Maybe.
3, 7. All right. No, sorry, intelligence occult 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3.
They're not only are the way they splayed out, very familiar, but the way in which you found them seems pretty familiar.
The way in which I found them seems familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, besides the way that they're splayed out and the way it
Yeah.
would look like Dante, quote unquote, did it.
Yep.
Are the internal organs still attached
Nope.
and spread out? No. So what's familiar with it besides that? It doesn't. I'm trying to figure out why anything else would be familiar in the
With
setup.
the way they're laid out in the house, it strikes a familiar chord.
With the way they're laid out in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one in the living room,
Mm-hmm.
one in the dining room on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and the other 3 are in their beds.
2 are in their beds, 1 was in the kitchen.
Okay.
It'd be easier if you actually had a map of the house.
Yeah. So I could actually see it.
Mm-hmm. But something in the back of your brain is saying it seems familiar.
Okay.
If you had more successes, I would have given it to you automatically.
Right. I'm gonna note that something about the setup is driving her nuts, that it looks familiar. Okay. Now I'm actually looking for anything that might have been left behind as far as any other source of evidence, like maybe somebody decided to leave a "I love you" note or something. Unlikely, but
That's what you can do today. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Maybe the killing of the entire family was enough of a note.
Right. Okay. like I said, I'm making sure I'm going through this high and low to make sure there is nothing to make sure I don't miss anything. I mean, I'm obviously gonna have to call the cops because this is a mortal thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to touch anything, obviously. Besides what I have touched, i.e. the door
Mm-hmm.
and the flashlight. But if I don't find anything obvious at that point there.
Nope. Like, other than the bodies being positioned, it doesn't look like the rest of the house was even touched.
Okay. I am going to send Anthony a message asking him if he can at least pull a map layout up of this place and have it ready for her when she gets back to the compound.
Okay.
Just so she can have a layout of the place and better, like I said, look into the tugging at the back of her mind on the matter. And yeah, I'm going to make that phone call. I guess I get to call the cops to have this cleaned up.
Okay.
And
Have you
because
called
I know that's traditional bit, I'm gonna have to sit and wait because I was the one that walked in on it. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. You call it in from your cell phone or from the house phone?
I will call it in. Well, I can't call it in from the house because the power's cut.
Just checking.
So cell phone.
Okay. They say it'd be about 10 minutes before they can get somebody out.
She will wait outside.
Okay. We'll make it quick. The 10 minutes goes by. They get there, they question you, what all, where you've been and all, and so forth.
Well, she'll show them the call log too that's saying that she called Marianne. She was expected to be here an hour, a little over an hour ago now with Oliver looking around. And she will obviously tell them it happened between the time she called her and the time she got here, which was in that time frame. I mean, that's all she knows.
Okay.
They've probably worked with her before, so they probably know, they're probably not surprised that how she's exactly conducting herself, because death is something she's familiar with. Yeah, so she'll sit there and answer like I said, any questions that they have that she can answer.
Okay. They send a couple of units in to check around the house. You see they do try the lights and everything just to make sure. Obviously, the lights still don't work. You see them using flashlights and stuff. You hear over the radio they're calling for a medical exam. They're calling for the coroner.
And I know they're not going to let me touch it because it's family.
Nope.
They legally can't.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, you hear them calling in the CSI team.
Oh, cute.
What do you expect? It's a crime scene.
Right?
Eventually, they take your information even though they have it, but they take it anyways.
They have to, protocol.
Mm-hmm.
And when they are finished with her, she is going to go back to the compound like she said she was going to.
Okay.
Because obviously she can't be here looking into this, and she will see if Anthony, once she's back, has that stuff
He does. He does point out as soon as you come in. He goes, "Did you notice we have two cops and what look like, I don't know, military, you know, in dark, you know, outfits standing out there?"
She probably would have noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's that about?
Oh, been sitting out there for a while now.
Are they actually on the street or just right directly outside the compound?
They are sitting on the public street, just sitting there.
And this
There's
is
a
the
police
only
car,
house on here,
and
correct?
it's not the only house on the block, but they are parked directly in front of it, as if they are making it very specific. It's a police car and a black Suburban.
Gotcha. How long have they been sitting there? They weren't there when I left.
Shortly after you left, they arrived.
Well, when I... Oh, fuck. Well, then it's obviously not because of what I found. Shortly after I left.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. This strikes me as something a little more odd.
Right. Well, I went to go, you guys should really keep a watch on yourselves, too. I went to go give my cousin's wife the, bad news, and, it was a bloody massacre when I got there.
Awesome.
She's only telling them that so they can keep themselves safe. So she actively looks at the map now, and she's thinking about the vehicles outside.
Just looking at it doesn't really help.
But she's gonna is this a computerized map, or is this a physical copy, like a paper?
He printed out a small version of the map off the printer. I mean, he doesn't have those big pieces of paper, but it's enough to give you a general idea.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do then is mark the rooms that bodies were in.
Okay.
So I can give myself a better visual.
Pattern is finally starting to emerge.
Okay.
As you look at it, it's a 5-pointed star.
Okay, so is it like it's clearly a pentagram of some sort?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the question. Is the star upside down or right side up?
Upside down.
Okay.
Just because of the way the house is positioned.
Okay. Well, fudgesicles. She's gonna like it shaped like a pentagram. Okay, where's Lorenzo?
In his room still.
Is he sleeping still?
No, he's just sore and he's come down a couple times for food, but other than that, he's pretty much just kind of stayed up there. I guess he's just trying to relax and heal.
Okay. Well, maybe he's a smart kid. He might be. I don't know. The first thing I'm thinking of, obviously, with this is maybe infernalists, but I
didn't really see anything else that would.
That's why I said that's why I said this is the only thing that would make her think that, and even that's a loose thought. But she does know what she was given inside her cousin's chest cavity. And considering the little display being like Dante's, she suspects that it's the same person. She's just... Actually, has anyone... I mean, I obviously know who Dante's had his hands in on and things of this nature, but I do want to look... I'm going to actually look into things of this nature to see if they've popped up in other places, not just Minneapolis.
Several cities throughout the world.
Okay. So...
Your phone rings.
I looked... 1 second, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, my phone rings. I look at the phone. Is it like now here's the question, because I'd obviously be utilizing Julian's desk area to do this. Is it actually his phone or is it my cell phone?
Your cell phone.
Okay.
And it's coming up unknown number, unknown name.
Well, I did have to give the police my information that might show up as that.
Awful.
Yep. So, hello?
I was wondering if you were going to answer your phone. Voice you don't recognize.
May I ask who's calling?
Oh, we can't get to the fun part yet because I still want to relish in the rest of it. Your little police buddy is ceased to exist.
What?
See, that was part of what I wanted to hear. Did you like the present I left you at the Giovanni house?
She kind of gives a low, agitated,
I take that as a yes.
So this is you've called to harass me, I see.
Yes and no. If you're a smart little independent, you'll stay the fuck out of the city. Keep poking your nose in, and there's plenty more to show you.
Male's voice, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't see what I have to do with their politics, but...
Digging in where you don't belong helps.
Digging in where I don't belong.
Pulling authority to get certain corpses. By the way, that authority's gone now. You can be an ME, but do your fucking job. Don't get too personal, or we have to. How is little Lorenzo doing, by the way?
Go to hell.
And if I told you I've already been there?
Then you would only confirm my suspicions.
I figured you're a smart enough lady, you'd be able to figure it out once you saw the scene. Those poor cops be running around in circles for a while. By the way, since you do want to know, let me finally introduce myself. I'm sure you already have heard of my name. Thomas Roderick.
Oh, I've heard the name.
Good. Then you know what I'm capable of.
Times.
Do what? You kind of cut out for a minute.
Oh, she's like, oh, I've heard the name multiple times in multiple places.
And then you're beginning to understand exactly how much I am capable of. Nothing will happen in this city without my approval. You can try and stop me if you want. I would love for you to try.
Sure you would.
And don't think I'm worried about your little necromancy. That can easily be overcome. It would really suck if the dead turned against you, now wouldn't it?
Hmm. Well,
Oh, and tell your newfound friend, he might want to go check on his church. I hear it's a little warm there right now. Click.
oh boy. Oh boy, I'm guessing he's referring to Dante,
Mm-hmm.
because it's obviously not Vittorio. Vittorio is not a new person in her life, considering Matthias used to torment him as a child. Well, shit. I guess that that means she gets to make a lovely phone call, because she's obviously occupied. And I know that Will obviously can't do scenes, so I'll have to throw that in on a sidebar as well. Or feasibly, unless that blue book we're having that conversation in happens after this. But you know, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, shit. Well, she is going to go see Lorenzo.
Okay.
While she doesn't want to have to tell her kid that his life is in danger, she is going to, just so he can watch his ass.
No extra. What's up, Mom? I know that look. That's never a good look.
Okay, 1 second. I have other loud child.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, I see you're up and moving. That's better than you've been. Some things have come up that may put you in danger. I just want you to be careful.
He looks at you. Really, Mom? Really?
Yes, really.
He goes, you don't get it, though.
What?
I had a bullet in my back and still have scrapes all down my chest. I think I already know I'm in danger.
I think this is from a different source.
Okay.
Okay. Being that you're familiar with what we do and a lot of things, I'm just going to get right to the point. After I pulled the bullet from you, I went and checked out the box that was sent to me here, which happened to be Cousin Marcus's body.
That explains all the activity.
Yes. Now, inside, I had to do some further digging. Considering my profession, I think whoever sent the message knew exactly what they were looking for. Now, inside Marcus's chest was a box
Nice.
containing a note that, yes, threatened you.
Okay. So some creepy people who know enough about,
Well, this is where it takes a turn, and now they've made it very clear that they're not afraid to harm even the youngest of children. She actually looks disgusted by this. She's like, I went to go give Marcus's wife the bad news, and, well, I was greeted by a less than pleasant massacre. Not just his wife, but his 4 children as well.
Awesome.
There are apparently police vehicles and a black SUV waiting at the end of the street, also something to be taken into consideration. Not entirely sure what it's about.
See him open his little nightstand drawer, pulls out a police scanner, turns it on. I've been listening off and on. Apparently, there was a terroristic threat on several locations, so the police are responding.
They're responding by watching us?
I don't know why, but they reported that several places are currently under investigation. They won't go into details, and they said they went to another channel, and I haven't been able to find it yet.
Well, I unfortunately can't get in with my person anymore.
Why is that?
They've been taken out.
Well, that's not good. That means they're cleaning house. That's never a good sign.
Well, I mean, I did ask him about the incident involving the little incident you told me about in which you got injured in.
Mm-hmm.
He may have been looking into that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But like he said, there was no police involvement in that particular incident for sure. So I'm not entirely sure what to expect here. I just know that this place is on heavy lockdown, which I'm sure you've noticed.
You notice? No.
It's just like face palms.
He goes, I've been doing some research and investigating things.
What kind of things?
I've been looking into all kinds of weird instances and reports on the news, stuff like that.
All right.
And maybe it's just me. Maybe, because I'm an outside observer, I'm seeing things. Or maybe I'm just, losing my fucking mind. But to me, it looks like everything is specifically happening all at the same time for a very specific reason. It looks like everybody is being distracted.
That stands to reason.
I mean, think about it. The Kindred have so many issues right now going. I mean, Jesus, I've lost track of how many things are going on just in the city alone. Not to mention what I probably don't know. God damn it, just not.
Yeah, I was very directly told not to mess in with the other kindred's politics.
Huh. Well, that's usually a good sign that you might be getting too close to something.
Well,
they're afraid you might.
No, he knows that I will. He directly made it a point to call. Call me directly to stay out of it.
Well, if, as you said, your cop buddy is no longer available, no doubt you probably just got the number from your cop buddy before they did whatever they were going to do.
I don't know if they actually did what they were going. I don't know if they actually killed him or anything, but it would be a logical deduction there.
But it is kind of pushing boundaries.
Yes, it
Think
is.
about it. Killing a cop is,
And that
tends to take
actually,
the entire police force after you. So it leads me to believe that they may have just done something else with them.
like, repurposed him. Actually,
you could use that term, yes.
and that actually does want her to. She does actually want to look at missing persons or anything and see if his name does pop up.
No.
Okay. So nothing under missing persons or obituaries, etc., etc.
Nope.
Okay. Well, shit.
I mean, honestly, I think everything they're doing is very calculated.
No, you're absolutely right. It is.
I mean, think about it. First, they get the city to basically fight itself. From what I hear, there were 2 people vying for Princeton originally.
Yes.
Well, something happened that made those 2 people no longer worthwhile to keep. AKA, they weren't doing what they were supposed to do, they changed their mind, wanted to work out a deal. Something changed the mind of, we'll call him the puppet master for now. And he decided that those particular puppets needed to be cut from their strings. Boom. Now they're both missing. No one's sure if either one's dead. Because I can tell you right now, former prince of the city dies in a car accident? Really? Really?
No. I don't buy it, not one bit.
Yeah. So either he found out and
It's like I
faked his
don't
own
think
death.
Sven is actually missing either.
So either Crow found out and faked his own death to stay the fuck out of it, to figure out what's going on, or somebody got to him and they just used the car accident as a cover. Sven, who knows what happened to him? We know his axe went missing and then got sold and then got returned and now it's missing again. There's way too much going on for it to be not calculated and not planned out. Almost as if everything that's happening is happening exactly the way the puppet master wants it. And that in itself should be terrifying enough.
No, I agree.
So what has to be done is, for lack of a better term, out of the box thinking. He warned you not to get involved in county politics.
Yes.
Don't listen. We're all at risk anyways, let's put it this way. If this puppet master gets a hold of this city, anyone who isn't on his side will soon become cannon fodder or missing persons determinant.
Yes.
So why not say fuck it? He, in a sense, basically challenged you to do exactly what he told you not to do.
Agreed.
We haven't heard from Julian. From what I can tell, I think Anthony's starting to get a little worried, but he's trying to play as good as he can.
Well, I'm a little worried myself, considering it's not like Julian to just up and disappear.
He turned his laptop. You see it's a map of Minneapolis. You see a bunch of dots all over the place. See all these dots?
Yeah.
Police presence.
I'm going to look at all of them. Do any of them ring a bell?
Oh yeah, quite a few. I mean, one obviously, and then it's the map of Minneapolis and some of the outskirts. And hey, look, there's the Giovanni compound. Hey, look, there's you recall the Tremere Chantry? It has a police dot. You see where the sanctuary was? It has a police dot. You see where the rose was? It has a police dot.
They're targeting Kindred, so whoever it is has a decent pull in the police department.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Or maybe not even the police department. From what I heard on the scanner, it was mayor's orders.
How in the hell does the mayor know about all these places?
That's the real question. I'm gathering probably an anonymous tip says these locations may be targeted, or anonymous tip these locations should be watched. Something. Something. Enough to get the police presence out there. And by the way, I've checked. Those guys in the black uniforms are not cops.
No, that doesn't surprise me at all.
He closes the map. You see a website, Black Wolf Enterprises. They're a paramilitary corporation. Most of these guys are former ex-Navy SEALs, Army Rangers. These are all special forces guys that decided they weren't getting enough in the military.
Okay, I might.
Starting to see the bigger picture here? They have their own military presence within the city.
Yes, they do. Just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. He took off. I was going to tell him to stop ringing the bell. Okay. As she's pondering that, she's remembering the meat shields that she gave to Miriam that came back in. Yeah, they all came back in one piece, and those are the specific types she was targeting. Actually, were like ex-military and stuff for that purpose, because she was using them as meat shields for Miriam. So that's the first thing that she comes into thought with are those ghouls, and maybe they know something.
I mean, it's pretty easy to put two and two together. It sounds like it's a hostile takeover of the city.
Well, I don't think the MYrcella is going to hostily take themselves over.
Oh, well. Well, who knows?
And I know that Justicar did not want to come back here if it was unnecessary. So... Shit. Now would be a really good time to have some other outside sources and allies besides in the mortal community.
Mm-hmm. He just looks at you. See, your problem is you went too Giovanni on people. You went too family oriented and got Giovanni on them. You can't think Giovanni when you're dealing with a MYrcella held city. Got to play politics. It's the best way to get information, get allies, and not have this particular problem.
Well, I've made some friends out of their numbers, but they're as willing to share information with me as I am with them.
Yeah, well, that's a risk you take.
I think they wound up with the better end of the deal, but she shrugs. Not much I can do about that now. No, I meant outside sources as in other supernatural beings. Surely something is it's got to be affecting them in some way too. This heavy police presence.
I don't have enough contact to know about the other supernaturals, but I can tell you If they're targeting
Perception, empathy. I know for a fact, OOC, that's a lie. So perception, empathy, because he's also smart.
Yeah.
And he even said that he has contacts that he'd rather not give her the names to.
And he still hasn't really given him the names.
Exactly. So, yeah. Perception, empathy, 6. Oh, hey. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he's fudging a bit.
She just crosses her arms over her chest and like looks at him like, I know better.
I talked to a few people, and I communicate with others online. Well, I would if there wasn't such a glitchy issue lately.
A glitchy issue?
Yeah, rumors through the darknet are circling about a possible citywide net attack. Like, not only are they trying to take it physically, they're trying to take it electronically.
Okay. Well, the web can be a powerful thing, so I can see why they might want that. But so you I'm still pretty curious, how you got really lucky for being what you are and only taking the damage that you did take and surviving it.
I guess you could say I'm a lucky person.
Extremely.
Like I said, if it wasn't for the help of a friend, I probably would have never made it here.
Okay. You have friends that are clearly outside my persuasion.
Yes.
Do they know anything?
They seem to think there's more going on as well. They can't put their finger on it, nor determine the source, but they definitely know something is going on. And after explaining to them a little bit of the situation that's happening within the city, they're starting to think the same thing I am. There's a lot more going on. This puppet master is making very strategic moves.
Correct. Very, very specific. Now, oh,
I mean, but from what I can tell, at least from the Kindred side, they're keeping everybody busy running around.
yes. And I apparently have dug too deep.
Hmm. Or maybe you're not even aware that you dug too deep. Maybe you crossed something that spooked him a bit. The real question is, what is that? What specifically have you done lately that might have earned the wrath of the individuals in question?
I've looked into the sculpture garden situation.
I heard about the creepiness in that one. Yeah, thanks.
I
About that.
Yes, but I don't think this has anything to do with that situation, honestly, after what I saw.
Are you sure?
But I could be wrong. They don't seem to be in connection, but they could be. And then I was looking into Marcus's disappearance prior to that.
What about before that?
Let's see. Before that, on an OOC note, I think that was the first thing she actually started looking into.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, OOC, that was the first investigation she started. So I've got Marcus. I've got the sculpture gardens. Though he
Anything
was,
else you had anybody looking into?
I was looking.
Even other sources.
I was looking into the Hunter situation.
Starting to see a pattern?
Yeah.
Do you think all of this is random? Do you think the Hunters coming into the city, Marcus's disappearance,
Well, I know
sudden influx of police presence, and the Black Wolf guys? By the way, from what I read, these guys aren't going to take shit. You cross the line, they're going to shoot first and ask questions later.
Correct.
Most of these guys specialize in counterterrorism. Counterterrorism usually means we blow shit up and hope it goes away.
Right. So.
But it also means they're hardcore high tech.
Which means thinking outside of the literal box. She glances at the computer.
You checked your phone recently? I think you'll find something interesting when you look at you.
Check my phone?
Specifically the service.
She looks at it.
No service. Isn't it funny that a call came through and now you have no service? Does that give you a hint that maybe the particular person who called has the power to alter that?
Well, it says it has no service, so I'm going to actually... That could be an illusion. So what I'm going to do is directly try to call the house.
Okay. You dial, it doesn't ring.
Okay.
Your phone doesn't ring.
Okay.
House lines are a little harder to fuck with.
Right. That's
Cell
why.
towers, that's easy.
Well, this is useless.
He holds up his phone and shows you the no service on his. That's why I asked.
Okay. Now, there might not be service on here, but can it still be used as a tracking? Use to track things. I know they have GPS on them.
Without service, it's a little harder. But if these guys have the ability to, in a sense, shut on and off the cell service, yes, they could track your phone.
If it's on.
If it's on. As soon as you turn it off, it shuts off the signal. The GPS within the phone has to have power in order to transmit its location. You see him shutting his off. Hence, my mind is going off.
Yep. She does the same.
And I've already blocked my laptop from having any access at all. All you're seeing is everything I pulled up beforehand.
Okay.
Service is gone. He actually closes his browser. We in the computer field know a few other ways around things, but it's a little harder.
Right.
Like most people don't know that aside from the normal internet, every Tom, Dick, and Harry uses, there's a dark net, which is what it's called. Dark net is specifically for those that are in the know. More specifically, it's used by hackers more than anybody.
All right.
But I would bet this guy has a tap into that.
Probably. He's able to have all of this done.
Cell towers are actually easier to manipulate than you think. Especially if you know the specific cell phones that you're trying to mess with. I guarantee if you ask one of the guards, they have service.
That being said,
Remember, we all go through different cell service companies.
We do. That being,
I would say if they're going through the company, it would require a federal order, aka government.
yep, yep. I know what federal means.
Yeah, well, which means one of the numerous initial agencies are involved.
Uh, well, actually, she is going to call Anthony down here and see if he has cell service.
He walks in. What's up?
Your cell phone got service?
I don't know. I haven't looked like it's been rather quiet, so I'm assuming probably not. It looks, it's weak, but it's there. Who do
Okay.
you go through? T-Mobile. No, expensive.
Why don't you check with everybody else and see if they have service, please?
You seem. Hello? Hello? You see him like tapping on the radio. Fuck. Huh. Visual confirmation and all person-to-person communication. Awesome. He walks out, mumbling.
Oh, so his walkie-talkie, for lack of better wording, isn't working either.
Mm-hmm.
She just glances at Lorenzo.
They put a net over the house, I bet you.
Yeah, I think
It will block all communications, even within the net. They can do it. It takes a little more, but I bet you the individuals sitting outside probably have it specifically set up. Basically, all they're doing is they're jamming the signals that are coming from this house. If they aim certain things just the right way, they got us. Basically, they have us right where they want us.
Or so they think.
No, so they think.
She's like, I wonder what was the joking name that Lorenzo gave the flesh hound? Wasn't it like Rufus or something special like that? Something plainly
like
obvious.
Yeah.
I have toys that they can't even imagine. She just
that
chuckles.
Would probably get through. He nods.
And they won't even see it coming.
But here's the problem. No doubt you take them out, we're going to have an issue. Because I have a bet that they probably radio in pretty frequently.
Perhaps.
The way everything is set up, he pulls back up his map. The way that I've been able to determine, everyone is set up, they're all strategically placed throughout the city. Here's the catch. I've checked. Black Wolf pulled a majority of some of their off-site forces into this city.
Okay.
That means what you see here is only a small representation of what they have available. Not to mention, whoever the puppet master is, obviously he's in league with them, so whatever forces he has. So God knows what could actually be sitting out there. It could be 2 cops, it could be 2 corrupt cops, it could be 2, I don't know, evil shifters in cop uniforms.
Shifters.
Just as a random pick. I mean,
no.
what kind of weird, creepy things that they might have. I mean,
No. I'm not implying that. But that's a good idea, actually.
I mean, we don't know what is actually sitting out there. We know what we see. We don't know what they actually have sitting out there. And by the way, I would not want to get shot with one of those guns. Just to be on the safe side. I have a feeling it's going to hurt, and hurt a lot.
No doubt.
Even for someone like you.
Well, no one ever said
Actually, probably more specifically for someone like you. I have no doubt that if they know about the kindred, they probably have rounds to
deal with it.
Make it hurt. Yeah.
Yes. But shifters,
these guys seem pretty intelligent, at least the company itself, from what I read before I went offline.
Okay. Actually, I want to roll my intelligence guru lore.
Okay.
Oh God, sweet. Yes. What she's trying, she know what I was trying to look for is they have ways around things that we can't have.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you know enough to know that they can get around the physical plane.
Well, if I were able to, shifters can do things that we can't, along with many other things that we can't, and other supernaturals.
Mm-hmm.
They have their way around the physical plane, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh, the Giovanni had done extensive research. It's called the Umbra, I believe, is what it's called.
yes.
Um, what was described by apparently one of the abominations that the Giovanni have is it's more of a mirror image of the world, except it's a lot easier to get through. It has its own unique problems. It's basically the spirit world.
Yes, and while we can touch that to an extent, being what we are, which Giovanni can to an extent, being,
Hmm.
but not to the extent they can.
Yeah.
If I knew where to find some, they might
You
be able
see
to.
him. You see him moving his mouse, zooming in. You see him zoom in on two locations. He moves his computer laptop and shows you.
What are they?
One sweat frost in the Iron Tower.
Oh
He
my
doesn't
God.
list them as anything. He just shows you two locations. He pulls up a third. You see it's a picture of a tavern.
I'm guessing he's pulled up the Storm Crow.
Mm-hmm. I have no
Well,
sources. He just smiles.
she
You want to
looks.
know where they're at? That's where they're at. Although I wouldn't, he points to the tavern. Go to that one.
You want me go to this one? She points at the
No, no,
tavern.
no. I said, no, don't go to that one.
Don't go to this one.
Probably will not come back. From everything I heard, that is theirs. In every way. Hint.
And
Hint.
these other places.
You probably couldn't get to their direct location, but if you got close enough, I'm pretty sure you'd set alarm bells off.
I don't want to go getting
From
myself.
what little, yeah, what little I know of them, and that's only through what the Giovanni have been able to determine. I
Well,
believe that place and that place, he points to Windswept and the Iron Tower, I believe those are what they call cairns, or like their holy ground.
wait. So why would I go to one of these places? This is where they're probably going to be in heavy numbers.
Because you wanted to know where they're at.
I
Those
do.
are the three places are where they mostly at.
Right now, this tavern is public ground, is it not?
Technically, yes.
So
You could go
that
there,
being
yes.
said, if they want to cause issues there, that would probably screw some things up for them as well.
Not sure, but I don't know how they would react. That's the difference. Me, I could probably get in. You, I don't know. Maybe. That's a very strong maybe. The real problem is he closes the three locations up. He points to the Giovanni compound again. See that little red dot right there?
Yes.
Our little police presence? That's our biggest problem.
Correct.
But if we do anything to them, this giant red dot over here that represents their headquarters, I'm gathering, would be our biggest issue.
So we don't want to mess with the ones. We don't want to mess with these guys.
We just need to find a way to distract them long enough so that somebody can get out. That's all it would take. And then someone would have to go to tavern location and see if they're willing to assist. But mind you, they don't exactly have a lot of love for the, what was the term I believe I heard at one point in time? Leeches? See, I'd make a phone call and we could easily get this sorted out, but cell service sucks.
You could make a phone call and work this out, huh?
I have a friend.
She kind of crosses her arms over her chest. She's not. It's
What?
not mad. It's a. Oh, see, I know better.
I have a friend.
So you actually have contact with them.
Yes, but most of what I know, I'm not supposed to know. Although I think they'll give me a little leeway. And he just kind of looks down, looks around. Perception, empathy check.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Okay.
Although even though you can already tell by the way he's looking that there's something more. Yeah, you definitely are pretty sure he's hiding something.
Lorenzo,
You don't want to know.
I do want to know.
Oh no, you don't, because you're gonna yell at me.
No.
I gave them enough information about the kindred. Our family, more specifically. No, I have the best info. Well, I didn't give them names. I just gave them generic information about the clans. Both Camarilla, Sabat, and Independence.
Okay, but why? And no one else knows this, do they?
The person I gave it to is the only one. Well, there are two people that know. One guru and one mage.
Okay. What?
Have her number two.
I know some mages, but
I know a mage. I know a guru. You know, it's good to know people. Being human helps. He smiles.
well,
They did look at me a little curiously, and they really seriously agree with my thought process on our family's fucked up.
Well, shit. You better make sure that nobody finds out that you did this.
They gave me their word. Mage, I'm not so sure about. The shifter, I trust.
Okay.
Plus, she's cute.
What? MYrcella just like, oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I probably should have told you before I left, Sasha broke up with me.
I'm sorry.
She dates some asshole. And he really is an asshole. But apparently, because he's in Italy, he's more special than I am. Anyway.
Not true.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to argue with her.
Okay. So the mage.
Like I said, the mage...
I'm asking this for a very particular reason. Which mage?
I'm trying to think for a second. Miriam.
She just face palms. Okay.
Take it. That's the wrong mage to give the information to. I don't know. She seemed nice enough to me. A little kooky, but
She's nice,
a
but
little kooky.
she holds up her hands in the mouth flapping motion and does that motion with her hand.
Damn
I
it.
went to go visit Vittorio the other evening, and when I
Okay.
walked out of his house, I got into my car and had a gun put to my head,
Oh, that's nice.
courtesy of Miriam's flapping gums.
Well, and then
I
hate to think it, but
advise.
what if Miriam is, whether knowingly or unknowingly, the one who gave up information to others? He's looking at the map with all the red dots.
Maybe. Maybe.
Like I said, I don't foresee her doing it intentionally,
No, I don't
but
either, but she doesn't seem like she is out to screw anybody.
no. But I do know of particular types of vampires who have a unique power to overcome one's will, make them more pliable, a little more loose mouth.
Yeah.
How many
Some of
different
us can do
references do
that.
you need?
No. Some of us can do that. Make them more receptive, etc.
Mm-hmm. Easier to answer questions that they normally wouldn't answer if they weren't being so pliable.
Correct.
So it may not have intentionally been her fault, or she may have just said something out where others can hear, because she was careful when we were talking, but who knows if there's someone who can do something a little more powerful than what she can.
Correct.
Because from the way it sounds, I'm thinking that the whole power plant incident was part of the puppet master's idea.
What, you think he wanted them to take action?
I think originally he had the power. Originally if I'm correct, I could be way off on this, but I'm thinking the power plant, the way they originally had it set up, was the original idea. Something happened to make the power plant become a problem. So word gets out to the right people,
Okay.
problem solved. It's amazing how every time the word always seems to get out to the right people, and then a problem disappears.
Yes.
Like I said, I think the puppet master is living up to his name.
So you think he may have used the will workers and the shifters?
In a way, I don't think he directly did it. I think he used ulterior ways and got them motivated, yes. Or little birdie went and told somebody who just happened to have a huge fucking mouth, who told the rest, and so on and so forth.
Correct.
All it takes is get the information to the right person. You get it to the right person, and the word will spread like wildfire.
Right.
That's all it ever takes.
I would have you contact your shifter friend to see if they
Again,
know anything.
no
But
cell service.
that's what she's getting at. But
And I'd email her, but again, no service.
right,
And I'm not using somebody else's phone because she may not answer.
that's true. And getting you out of here might be difficult.
Not as much as you think.
Well, actually, they've been sitting there since not long after I left, Anthony said.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone come in or out since me?
Nope, just you.
All right. Well, I wonder if we have multiple people leaving at once. If
Could
that will.
throw them off track, or they could just send a radio signal and say, "Hey, keep an eye on, you know, car X, car Y, and car Z."
That's true. That's
Because I
true.
have no doubt that what's affecting this house stops right at where they're sitting, because they'd have to have some kind of contact with their people.
Correct. Correct. Hmm. If I could cause a big enough distraction to keep them busy outside. Now, actually, I'm thinking, what's the layout of the compound like?
It's
I know that
rather
it's. I know
extensive
that.
and large. I mean, he's got plenty, the backyard itself is huge. I mean, this place has a Olympic-sized swimming pool. It's got a helipad for, when he takes flights. Um, it's got a servant's house, which is about half the size of his house, and that's saying a lot because it's huge. And this is a big compound. It is not
Oh no,
small by any stretch of the
I didn't
imagination.
think it was small. I just wanted to. Well, I
Could
was
they
trying
cover
to.
the entire thing? No. Can they do
Yeah.
it with their little radio thing? Yes, they can at least block the signals. But with the four people that you know, or that you've at least recognized out front, you doubt they have people watching. I would think they're probably going to assume most of us are just going to be going in and out the front door. Well, would they have somebody watching the back? It's possible, but from what I gather, they're not trying to stretch their forces too thin yet, which leads me to believe they have another plan in mind.
Okay. So.
And I bet you could probably drive it out, and they wouldn't have an issue with it.
Oh, I don't think that they would try to stop me. That would be too blatantly obvious.
You're not getting at what I'm getting at. He smiles.
If I leave one way and you leave
Mm-mm.
another way, I see what you're getting at.
Nope, no, you don't. Do you think they're going to check your car? Did they when you came in?
They didn't check my car when I came in.
Do you think they're going to check it when you go out?
No.
The most they'll do is they'll come up, they'll knock on your window, ask exactly where you're going. If you say you're going for any business, you're going to your job, I doubt they're going to say much. Probably going to let you go. Are you going to be tailed? More than likely.
Yeah, but
But
it's true.
if I'm hiding in your big ass truck, then I know you have room.
I figured that's where you were going with this.
No. All you got to do is get to your job. Once you get to your job, I can do the rest. Like I said, I have friends.
It sounds like it will work.
But what kind of message do you want me to send to deliver to the shifters? Because I really doubt they're going to give a shit that the vampires are all stuck in their little holes. As a matter of fact, they'll probably fucking celebrate.
No, they probably won't care, but I might be able to. I'm trying to think if I can give them a reason to help. They can see things that we can't, and I know money isn't always something they want. However, she motions for him to show him the areas where they hang out again.
He does so. He brings him back up.
That, however, she points at the windswept frost. That's a nature preserve.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that I might be able to use money in order to use them to get them to help. They might want some upkeep done. Maybe they don't have the fundage for it. Maybe they want to make this so only they have hold on it. Nature preserves are kind of public.
True. You're thinking making it more of a private reserve.
Give them the means to make it theirs. Solely theirs.
That might get motivated enough.
So, on an OOC note, I have foreign resources. I think I could stand to lose some to give to them if they're willing to help. If they're willing to help, I'd be willing to facilitate.
I mean, the catch is you wouldn't be able to do that until we got the problem with the city taken care of.
That's correct. Now,
If they do decide to help, where should I send them?
The mayor was the one that made this call. I think he would be the proper place to start. And maybe the other places that are targeted. And this, what did you call it? This Black Wolf?
Black Wolf Enterprises, yeah.
Black Wolf Enterprises. There. Because eventually, if they're doing this to us, I think,
honestly,
if they're doing this to us at present, there's no doubt they're going to mess with the other beings in the area. At least they might be able to counter something sooner. Or they might be able to counter something that we couldn't.
Yeah, process of elimination would say, yeah, eventually that's going to happen.
Well, see, here's the thing. I've had some of the other kindred bring me so-called guru glyphs. I've seen them.
What?
She'll grab a piece of paper and she will actually draw the glyph. It's the Black Spiral Dancer one and the Fomori one. She'll draw them.
He smiles. That's funny. I already know about those.
Yeah, sure, it involves them, but...
Do you know what those are?
I know what one of them is. She points at the Black Spiral Dancer one.
You know what that other one is from what I was described?
No.
Picture a very evil, nasty, wrathful, vengeful spirit. Upping somebody's power. They're called Fomori. They're twisted in every way, shape, and form.
Okay.
Nasty. Very nasty.
No.
Matter of fact, with what I saw in the news, I'm willing to bet that the body count of 80 that happened the other day had something to do with a Fomori or something of that sort.
So maybe that also has something to do with what's going on and why they're watching certain things.
That could have been a straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. Yeah, I could see that happening. You know, the other minor stuff, it's all small stuff. Right. But then again, at the same time, maybe that's exactly what he had planned and was the excuse to get Black Wolf here and all his other forces here.
Right.
Because let's make no mistake about it, we can't just assume Black Wolf is the only group he has here.
No, not at all. And somebody who can traverse things in a different fashion than we can might help us. And them in the long run from any maybe potential future blowback that it could have on them.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it, it's a win-win for them. We're screwed no matter what at this point.
Yeah.
So why don't we what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no?
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst they can do is say, hey, we're not going to help you. Oh, well, then I guess we just move on. Think
Okay.
of other ways. But I'm pretty sure they'll probably want to get involved.
Okay. So we try this plan you've put into play.
I know not of what you speak. He just smiles.
She chuckles. Now here's gonna be the fun part. Are you just gonna meet me back at the morgue?
Probably have to. But I would think you'd have to find a way to explain how you're. Well, I mean, you go to work normally, so I don't think they'd have an issue with it. But in case they're monitoring or specifically want to keep you here, I would think they'd try and question you about your motives of going to work.
Right.
But from what I gather, the way these guys are acting, I don't think they'll stop you.
No,
I think they'll let you go.
And I haven't even tried to go to work yet, so I mean, it's not like they don't know what. I'm sure with their lovely little police scanners, they heard all about me calling in something, so they know that I wasn't at work prior.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely have reason to go to my job. Actually, what time in the evening is it? Thinking on this.
Give or take the time. I'll say it's about 11:30 or so.
11:30. And well, considering the job that I work, it's not unusual for us to go in at random and odd hours when we think of something new.
Mm-hmm.
Check things, so they can't be certain. Hold on. Okay. So, at least her car would be in the garage, out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm. I assume that's where it was.
Right.
What a suck if you parked out front. Screwed that whole idea up.
Yeah, no,
You'd be like, take another car.
Yeah, oh yeah, that
We've
would
got
be the one
plenty
that
that
she
would
would
hold bodies. Don't ask.
do. Oh, I don't have to ask. I understand that concept very well. All right, Lorenzo. Let's try this and hope it works. Now, you think you're gonna get caught coming back?
That's questionable. Really, honestly, the only thing I came up with is how to get out. I didn't think about how to get back yet. I'll figure it out on the way.
No. Hell. Yeah.
It depends on how much they want to get involved. They could very well just take out our troublemaking, creepy watchers out front.
Yeah,
But don't count on that.
No. If they get too invasive, that might have to be an option, but I'd rather try other things first.
Yeah.
And this seems to be the most quiet and peaceful of options at this point. I said, getting you back is going to be the fun part, but considering they never saw you leave, she chuckles.
To be quite honest, I don't even think they know I'm here.
That's all for the better then.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the one saving grace of the fact that they probably had no fucking clue I'm here.
Though I will say the person who called me does know that you're here.
Well, then they probably do.
So the question is how getting you out isn't the problem. There's enough ways to deal with that. It's just you returning.
Like I said, I'll work on that on the ride over there, and as I'm, you know,
Okay. And well, I guess let's try this.
He gets up. You see little Winston. I'm good.
Are you sure you wanna?
I'll be alright. Do we have any other choices? I doubt you could get away from work.
No, that's true. That's true.
And
No,
I
she.
seriously doubt you're going to want to decrease the guards at this place.
No,
Plus,
I do
line.
not. That's very true. Do you? Well, she's looking at him in regards to the wounds. Do you need anything for that? I can't imagine where you're going to be traveling from is going to be pleasant on that.
I'll deal with it. This is more important, so I can deal with it.
Okay. And yes, they can. She's gonna try to roll with his plan.
Okay. Yeah, your son, bag in hand, of course, because he never goes anywhere without that damn laptop. Yeah, I have characters that have a weird fascination with laptops.
Lorenzo?
Hmm.
Oh, you need.
At least it's a company truck.
You need your phone in order to contact this person, don't you?
He holds up his phone. Got that too.
That's not what I was thinking. I was going to say turn it on and leave it here, but you kind of can't do that. You need that.
No, I can. Remember eidetic memory? He looks at you.
Well, see, I figure that if they can
get
track it.
Once I get outside the connection, well, here's the catch. Once I get outside the connection, I can log on online and go through my one of my alternate accounts. I've already informed her that I have several accounts I use.
Okay.
So
we can leave the phone here as a front.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Mine will clearly come with me.
Throws it on the shelf in the garage. I'll get it later.
Perfect. She just kind of like opens the trunk and she's like wearing a really awkward expression because it's really weird to shove your kid in the trunk.
Parents have always thought about it.
Right?
You're one of the few adults who actually gets to do it. Not in a creepy way.
Right?
Not like getting rid of the body, kind of.
Exactly. Oh, this is.
Yeah, he climbs in. You see him kind of, he winces, winces a lot because it hurts. But you see him finally get into a position. He's got his, kind of like hugging his laptop, half-ass. Right. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, she'll carefully close the trunk.
Comfortable.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, this is so awkward and weird."
Yeah, he brought one of his extra jackets as like a pillow.
Smart.
Stupid. He's going into a trunk.
Well, actually, as she starts to close it, she'll like look down. She's like, "Do you need anything else in there?"
Ooh, maybe a snack or two. Nothing else to mention it.
She chuckles. Okay.
It may take a little bit for me to get out of the trunk. So
Nope.
To have some
Yep. I can go get that. You don't need to move.
I'm good.
Okay. She'll go into the house. Anything specific that you want?
He goes, no, just something for now. Something to eat.
Okay, well, let's see. She knows his obsession with Mountain Dew, so I'm sure there's Mountain Dew up the ass in the house.
Oh yeah, Anthony is. Julian made sure that there was always a shit ton of Mountain Dew in various forms: 2 liters, 20 ounces,
Well, sweet.
1 liter. You know how to do it. He kept it stocked.
Right? Here's a
There's
couple.
actually a secondary. There's a secondary fridge in the kitchen that specifically says Lorenzo's.
Yeah, she'll go through the secondary refrigerator, grab a F it. She doesn't know how thirsty he's gonna be. Here's a couple 1 liters, so that way they don't. So that way they all hold their carbonation, etc. She doesn't have to worry about the eating thing anymore. So she's like, all right, well, yeah. Go through his refrigerator, get a couple of
actually, if you look in the refrigerator, he's actually got like carrot sticks, stuff like that, like healthy snacks.
Cool.
He's not stupid.
Right.
He does have his little junk food addiction every so often, but.
Right. Yeah, so she'll grab him some miscellaneous snacks that are easy to take in the trunk and eat or take with him, whatever. It's really odd. This is just an awkward conversation with the kid in the trunk. Here, have some snacks while you're in the trunk. Here's some of you. Okay. So she'll bring him the snacks and she'll be like, is there anything else?
No, I should be good with all this.
Wait, is it wintertime?
I mean, He's dressed up. He's not stupid.
Yeah, but it's the trunk of the car.
He'll live. He's got a jacket he's laying on, and he's got his big jacket he's wearing.
Right. Regardless,
he knew he was going to be out and about, so.
Because she's a mom, and she'll just like grab a blanket and toss it in there just in case he decides he wants it. Not on him. She'll toss it by him. She's like, what?
Nothing.
You can't be offended.
No, that's a mom thing.
Okay. Now she's going to do the awkward, are you 100% sure there's nothing else you need while we're here?
I should be fine. Anything else I can get later.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of awkwardly closes the trunk because it's awkward. Painfully awkward.
What'd you do tonight? Oh, I locked my son in the trunk.
So I could get him into town,
I could sneak him into town.
Right? And
there's a conversation and then come up later.
I'm waiting. Oh, God. Wait for him to tell somebody that story.
Remember when you locked me in the trunk?
Remember that one time you locked me in the trunk under my suggestion? Okay. So she'll get in the driver's seat and, start her and go.
Okay. And just like he predicted, they stop you long enough. The cop comes up. Where are you going today, tonight, ma'am?
Work.
Very well. Drive safely.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. She smiles at him politely. And she'll go on her way. And while she's leaving, she'll turn her phone on, even though there's a bit there, because, hey, lo and behold, it's only going to show that she's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And she will drive to work.
Okay.
And find an appropriate place. And find an appropriate place to park the car so she can let Lorenzo out of the trunk.
Okay, well, you think you find a spot that will work. Here, let's see. Just do a generic percentile roll. See how many times it takes you before you find one that works. Oh, not the first go round. You thought you saw something that looked a little suspicious, so you decided to drive around a little more. Oh, look, that one looked even more suspicious. Jesus Christ, how many did it take? Oh, look.
It's It's almost like a repeat. No, it's even worse.
There we go.
Right?
Took you a little bit, but you finally find one.
Okay. And once I find the spot, yes, I will park. And actually, thinking on this, don't most trunks come in from the back seat? Like you can open them from the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Feasibly, he could.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, feasibly, I don't even have to open the trunk. He could have been
Nope.
gotten into the back seat, but
He was probably just waiting for you to stop before he did any movement in the car.
exactly. But
Yes.
yeah.
What? As soon as you park, you get a text message. You see it's from your son. Just go into work. The rest I will deal with. Don't worry, I can get out.
Okay.
You hear the back seat beginning to move.
Right. I'll leave the car unlocked, obviously. And well, I guess it doesn't matter if he's coming in from the trunk, getting into the car, and going out. Either way, he can unlock the doors. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's gonna walk into work,
Okay.
and her message will be like, "Good luck."
Yep, that's all you get.
Yep, she goes into work. So I guess that's scene.
Yeah, we'll end it there. All right, thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. Stay tuned for more as Lorenzo sneaks his way through the city and over to the Storm Girl. Good night, all.